Is your Airbnb only making average returns? Are you not hitting that 75th to 90th percentile? Then you're probably leaving thousands on the table. I'm going to walk through 8 steps to level up your listing into top performers in the market. My name is Julie Hutchison. I'm a realtor here in the Central Texas, Austin area, and I want to talk through saturation. A lot of investors come to me and they say, I think I'm going to get into the STR game. Is it too late? Is your market already saturated? Obviously, they're looking on websites that are saying Austin is still a good market, but then they're starting to get overwhelmed, see all these properties that are already out there and think, can I really hit that number? And I myself also thought that. I'm here in one of my short-term rentals here in Austin, Texas, and I was like, can I really hit the numbers? Am I in the right location? Do I have the right property? What is it going to take? Do I really know what I'm doing? And the answer is yes, you can really hit those numbers. And that's what you have to do in a saturated market. Airbnb is not new, short-term rentals, they're not new. And so let me give you some steps that really made my property stand out and hit the 90th percentile. Number one, picking the right property. So I didn't know if my property was the right property when I started. Now I know a lot more than I did then, but location matters. The aesthetic of the property matters. The number of bedrooms matter. The amenities matter. All of that matters. And so you want to work with a realtor that specializes in short-term rentals, runs some of them themselves. They really know what they're doing. Picking the right property in the right location matters. I also have another video on the right locations in Austin, Texas, so feel free to watch that video as well. The second thing is you want to design it and furnish it professionally. So I see a lot of properties, even when I travel, where it looks like they've gone to just Amazon and picked all the furniture, maybe black metal beds, and it's just not designed well. It's not cohesive. It doesn't feel luxurious. And you can do that without spending a lot of money. And you can work with designers that'll just put together concepts for you for a small fee. And having that cohesive look and the design look so that when you go to take those professional photos, it's going to look like a place that people want to stay. And so that's really important. And I'm not saying don't do it yourself. I totally did it myself, but I made sure that I did it intentionally with a design, picked some pieces of furniture that were new and more expensive, picked some that were less expensive, but it really put together the design in such a way that people want to stay there when they see the photos of the property. The third item is setting up your property correctly. So furnishing it correctly for what people need, having professional photos, super important. You've just spent $20,000 on furniture and you don't want to spend $300 on professional photos. That's definitely something people miss all the time. Getting your listing set up properly in the right systems, multi-channel communication, all of that's important. Your goal in the beginning is to focus on those ratings. You want to get those ratings up. Ratings are currency. And so it needs to be set up properly so that all goes smoothly. Number 4, the fourth way to be a top performer is responsiveness. And this is where people that self-manage or people that just don't know that this is really important to Airbnb and other channels, responding to every message, responding in a customer-friendly host type of way, responding to reviews, all of that matters. And doing it in a quick way and in a helpful way and a friendly way, all of that matters. So responsiveness is really important when it comes to being a top performer. Number 5 is track your numbers and track your competition. So you can't even know if you're a top performer if you don't even know who your competition is. How do you beat them? Look at what they're doing, look at their calendars, look at their pricing, look at their ratings. That's one of the things I did in the very beginning is, okay, these are my 2 that I'm going after that I want to beat. How am I going to beat them? What are they doing to stand out? What do they have that are attracting people to stay at their properties? Track all of that. And then every month I track my earnings, I track my ratings, I track my occupancy rate, I track my expenses. And when I do that, I can study those and see what I need to do to improve. Really important. Number 6 is keep your property maintained. So this is something in the beginning, let's say you have a brand new property like this, that's pretty easy, but you still want to change filters, you still want to do deep cleans, you still want to have the property set up for freezes, all of your normal maintenance stuff, you can outsource it, but you want it to be maintained well. so that people can come in and just feel when a home's been maintained. I experience that with buyers all the time. They go look at a listing and like little things are starting to fall through the cracks, and it just changes their mindset about a property. So they can see when those little things are falling through the cracks, and they will think it's not a very well maintained property. Number 7, keeping your listing up to date. So sometimes you need to maintain your listing. You need to change photos. If you no longer have a high chair, remove that from your listing. If you've moved your trash cans, update that on your listing. It's going to streamline your communications, but it's also going to help people staying there, guests, have a better experience. And then lastly, number 8, reviews matter. Sometimes you have to do trade-offs to make sure you get that review. If your guest is having a problem with their experience, maybe you give them a little bit of a refund in order to get a good review. So making sure you treat reviews like currency, especially in the beginning. And for me personally, I was doing all of this myself when I brought this property in, and then I brought a second property in, and then I met Landon Smith over at AirInn. Their company optimizes STRs. They do all of my listings and pricing and communications and a whole bunch of other value add stuff that makes my property stay in the 90th percentile. And I was doing pretty well. I was already super host status, but it was a lot of work and I wasn't pricing as high as I could have. And with that dynamic pricing, I could even bring in more revenue when I started working with them. So I'll put a link to their video below. If you have an STR, you should definitely book a call with them. If you're looking to buy, I work as a buyer's agent, they work as an optimizer, and we often partner together to give our clients a really great experience and become a 90th percentile earner like right out of the gate. And it's super fun to see that happen. So reach out and I would love to talk to you more. Thanks.